My name is Sheila Hussey, and I have been a member of First Parish since 1968. And I have been a deacon probably for the last 30 years.
How have things changed in the time that you've been at First Parish?
Oh my. When I first came, it was very much a neighborhood church. Everybody that came here really lived quite close by. And the children came, but the parents just dropped them off at the foot of the stairs, and the children came up. And the minister had a service for the children from 10:30 to 11, and it was modeled on the adult service. And it was well attended. There would be as many as 40 children. So we would have this quite formal service with the children, give a little sermon. One of my daughters told me she remembered when she was in college years later, she remembered something that the Reverend Bildorf told them, and it helped her. It helped her in whatever situation she was in at college. So that was in the 1970s. And as more children came, more people started to come. And I chaired the very first religious exploration committee. Up until that time, the minister did the service, and then the children went to their classes, which were taught by college students that really weren't affiliated with the church particularly. So that was a big change. We got the RE committee going, and we started being more formal and having actually some of the parents started to teach the classes. And beginning in the 80s, the Unitarians developed specific curriculum for the age groups, and that was a big improvement. When we first came, my children are quite young, and they were the people that were here were so welcoming. It was, they just included us. There was a women's alliance that met regularly. We did good works, but we also met for lunches and would have groups come, have a concert a weekday afternoon after a lunch. Anyway, they were very welcoming, and that's really been something I've seen all my years here. It's a culture that's been passed on down to people that come here. It's all about community. And as one woman said to me lately, "This is my family." I think the interdependent web of life, actually, that probably means the most. And actually, that was sort of a theme of the service today, the fact that all creatures are relevant and that we're all intertwined. And when we, for example, I'm just finishing reading Moby Dick again, and when you do something, like so many of the whales are practically extinct, but there's a whole balance. Everything's related, and when you destroy one particular kind of life, you upset the balance.
Do you have any hopes for the future of the church?
Oh, yes. Certainly, I want to see it continue for certain. And I think I give all credit to the people that have worked so hard to keep this all going during the pandemic. And for example, one person I want to give a great deal of praise to is Nathan Freitas, who's kept the religious exploration program going. He really has been, just the thread, the strong person that's kept the whole thing going. While ministers, my philosophy is ministers come and ministers go, but the people, the community, stays and evolves. And that's where the strength is. It's not in the leader. It's, of course, wonderful to have a minister that, first of all, I think we need a minister, but as I said, they come and they go, and it's the strength of the community that's the most important. I can remember when we first came in the early 70s, we were living in Jamaica Plain, and we moved to Brookline mainly because of the schools. We were looking for better schools than what's in Boston at that time. And when we moved, the minister came to our home to visit us. And we were so impressed with him actually coming of an evening. And he was concerned because the attendance was down, and he was really concerned that the church could keep going. But anyway, we joined right away and kept coming regularly. And that was the time when it did grow. You know, many more people came during the 70s, and children came. And we had a strong religious exploration leader, children's choir. There was even a children's band at some point. That was in the late 90s. One of my granddaughters was in it. So I just want it to keep going. People look for, particularly young people that haven't, particularly paid attention to church. When their children come along, they start to want to look for something. And if they don't have a strong, like if they're not strong Catholics or strong Episcopalians, and they see a church that's where you can believe what you want to believe. You don't have to ascribe to a particular creed. They look for that, and when they come and find a welcoming community with a beautiful building, and music has always been there's always been a strong music program. And we had a wonderful man named John Andrew Ross, whose father actually knew Langston Hughes. And John Ross was here all through the 90s into the next, after 2000. And and we had a strong children's choir. So the music was a big attraction. So we all need community,